Leave Britney alone! Ah! Yep, so I got a battle here against Magnitude or Steve, and he's like, you sound like Chris, whatever his face is, the guy that was under his sheets and said, leave Britney alone. So I was like, you're on, bitch. I'm gonna make a Britney team. One that was random Pokemon, well, not so much, but they had something to do with Britney Spears at least. Like Britney, the Wigglytuff, which set up a Reflect, got owned by a Focus Blast. And this Obama is like, Britney, get out of my country. I will change the weather to get you out of my country. I swap into Circus, my Starmie, to Trick, and based on the song by Britney Spears, and when I trick them it's like a circus show act, whatever, who knows. Then I go into Toxic the Milotic, and I've missed a few turns here, but who cares? We're all interested in Britney Spears than the actual battle. So he keeps going for Focus Blast, decides he doesn't want to miss Britney Spears because everyone likes to focus their blasting at Britney Spears. And I go for the Toxic, the name of a song, and I thought, you know, what better than to Toxic on something called Toxic. Anyway, Britney Spears' song decides to take a rest, and then I swap out into Curious. Now it's named Curious as it's a perfume label that Britney Spears released. And, as you will see, he withdraws Obama as I go for the aromatherapy. As you see, perfume aromatherapy. You know, I'm just a genius. No, that was just because an excuse to use Blissey. Anyway, my Reflect wears off and I'm like, oh well, who cares? I don't really care what happens in this battle. I'm going to stop Boiled because, apparently that's what Britney Spears does, and I'm also apparently faster than it, which is crazy. So I go for a Thunder Wave to be even more faster than it, because Britney Spears' perfume is paralysing, because it smells so bad, also good I mean. And it explodes on Britney Spears' perfume, and obviously it shatters. As you can see, my health goes down and down and down and down and down, and it was curious to see what death was like, just saying. Then we go into Did It Again, as he goes into Swoobat. And Did It Again, as you would know, oops, I did it again, but that didn't fit in a name, so, you know, whatever. And we even talked about this, I'm like, oh my god, I can use something called Did It Again to use the encore. Because everyone knows Britney Spears wants to give someone an encore, and she herself wants an encore, but the encore is coming up. Probably should have sped this up a little more, but who cares? You can enjoy my Britney Spears themed team a little longer. Please note that these decisions I've been making aren't what I'd normally do. It was just to show off how each Pokemon related to Britney Spears, except Britney herself later on doesn't get to show you. Spoilers, I know. So this really goes for a long time, and I really should have sped it up, but because of the magic of Britney Spears, everyone can suffer. So we're going charge beams, blah blah blah, charge beams. Oh, so very exciting. More charge beams. More stuff. Slow, slow, slow. I don't know why he's even going for charge beams. Like, why? It's a Swoobat. If you're only going to have charge beam, what's the point even? Anyway, it's like he had like Roost and Toxic and Charge Beam and some other unknown move to mankind that would make sense, that is. Anyway, I'm just going for my encores because you did it again. And Leech Seed because Britney Spears sucks the life out of people. I don't know. I'm either going to get a lot of like people loving me for dissing on Britney Spears, or I'm going to get like murdered in the middle of the night. Either way, he did Charge Beam again. And I'm like, funny. It wasn't even meant to kill the Swoobat. He was meant to swap out at some point, because even I was getting bored at this stage, and Did It Again can only be funny so many times, but, you know, watching all these after-turn effects is also very pleasing. So he goes for the Charge Beam, and I went for the Giga Drain because everything else would have been a waste of PP. And I just go for the Giga Drain, and it dies, and I'm almost back at full health after all this time. That it achieved nothing. Good job, Swoop. And then this little cute thing comes in, and Britney Spears' thing is like, I can't do anything. I wouldn't substitute to Scout. Won't do anything. I'm just going to leech seed it. Because swapping is for randoms. I really should have swapped, but who cares? And here I go for the light screen just to settle up a light screen, I suppose. And I don't even know why. I could have gone for the hyper voice because that would have been smart. And then we go into If You Seek Amy, and it's like, haha, be create. Because if you cleverly think of my name, it makes sense. Yes, I did wide eyes staring at you. And then this thing comes in, I'm like, big create everything. I'm going to have a phrase that's going to be big create everything. And yeah, that did absolutely nothing. I've got like -2 defense, so an explosion from a coughing will kill me. Especially when I've lost all that health and whatever. So now I go into Toxic, and Toxic's like, I'm awake now, And really earlier on I should have just tried to kill this thing instead of trying to be smart and toxic everything. But it just didn't want to hit. So he's going for the energy balls, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna ice beam you to death. And he dies. And I'm like, happy days. Happy days. So my Britney team, as you can see, is very exciting and clearly does retarded moves to show off how it is related to Britney Spears. So as the battle's ending, I'm going to tell you to comment, rate and subscribe, and perhaps challenge me to another artist, movie, star related challenge, and see ya. Peace.